Welcome back to Public Media Network's live coverage of the 2013 United States Tennis Association Boys 18 and 16 National Championships. We're live from Stowe Stadium on the campus of Kalamazoo College. I'm Hap Hosh, Executive Director of Public Media Network, joined on the broadcast tower by Carolyn Binder. We will be featuring the first of two Boys 18 singles semifinals. Should be a great match. Carolyn, set this match up for us if you would.
Well, the first of two features one of the Cinderellas of this tournament. Three unseeded players made their way to the quarterfinal rounds, and here in the semifinals, the lone unseeded in the 18 singles, Collin Altamirano from Yuba City, California, getting set to take on the top seed, Gage Brymer from Irvine, California. And we've seen some three-set thrillers from the top seed, some tests in this tournament for him thus far. And we've seen today, though, that just because they're the lower seed or whatever the case is, does not mean that they are the lesser opponent, with in the 16s, both the lower seeds, the 4 seed and the 3 seed, advancing over the 1 and 2 seeds.
And again, we've got two California players. I'm familiar with Irvine, California. I'm not that familiar with Yuba City, but coming out of California, the Southern California district, my guess is that they probably know each other. They've seen each other on the junior circuit. It is Gage Brymer, the 1 seed, wearing the bright yellow shirt and the white shorts. Collin Altamirano, black shorts with the white shirt and the black cap.
Emerged as the Cinderella after Sam Shropshire undid the 3 seed, Stefan Kozlov, earlier in the tournament, and he was quickly becoming everyone knew who he was and knew what he was doing around here. He was ultimately defeated here before the semifinal round, but it's been a fun trip down this 18 singles bracket, and here we are to the semifinals with Gage Brymer, the top seed, getting set to take on Collin Altamirano, unseeded.
Picking up on that the fun of the 18s draw is Carolyn, you're exactly correct, and part of it, a big part of it, has to be the emergence of the unseeded players, one being Collin Altamirano, who's made it to the semis. The other, you mentioned Sam Shropshire, unseeded player, and then the other that made it to the other semi, I believe, Trevor Johnson from
was
Las
in there
Vegas,
as well.
Nevada.
And Trevor Johnson was the one that defeated Sam Shropshire earlier this week. A pair of unseededs taking on each other after making a splash here in the 18 singles draw. But here in front of us on court number 2, Gage Brymer, the top seed, getting set to battle the unseeded Collin Altamirano. In the chair, Sally Paulus from Midland.
It looks like it will be Collin Altamirano to open this match, serving to Gage Brymer. 0-0, love. Collin Altamirano taking that ball off the short hop. Aggressive play.
15-love.
Both players we've seen a little bit of through the tournament. They're both very skilled all-court players. We should see some really interesting tennis out of both these gentlemen.
Big serve to the tee, crossing Gage Brymer up there. 30-love.
Always great to have a dependable weapon with your first serve. If you're on, something you can count on to generate errors and weak balls coming back. We don't have access to the radar gun readout on court number 2, Carolyn, but both of these players can easily clear 100 miles an hour, 110, not out of the realm at all on their first serves.
Clean forehand winner off of a second serve there from Altamirano, 30-15.
Gage Brymer using his forehand to the backhand corner of Altamirano.
Almost 4 times in a row. Trying to go for 5. There he starts that pattern over again, but gets the error.
20-ball rally. Both players just grinding it out from the baseline so far.
40-15. An important hold point for Altamirano. 2 game points now for the unseeded player from Yuba City, California.
And he holds. Big moment for him, the unseeded player in the boys 18 semis. Gage Brymer fully expected to be here. As the 1 seed and with his track record in junior tennis, he expects to be in the semis and the finals. But Collin Altamirano coming into the boys nationals here in Kalamazoo as an unseeded player, making it to the semis, it's a great story.
Players will switch sides in the top seed. Gage Brymer getting set to serve down 0-1 opening set of the 18 singles semifinal. We brought you both 16 singles semifinals earlier this morning. And the lower seeds, the 4 seed Jake Devine will take on Tommy Paul, the 3 seeds, 4 and 3. Interesting about that draw, 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in the semis, and it'll be 3 versus 4 for that title tomorrow.
Gage Brymer using a big serve to generate a short, weak return, moves forward, forehand to the open court.
15 love.
We'll see more of that from Gage Brymer throughout the match. Pulled wide. Gage Brymer really striking his ground strokes to open up this match.
Not taking any chances on leaving short balls for Altamirano early, 15 all.
Collin Altamirano, yes. Down the line off the 2-handed backhand, just finds the corner.
15-30.
Watch the effort that Gage Brymer puts into his ground strokes. He's got to be in tremendous physical condition to go through a match when he's expending this kind of effort on every point. Missed that forehand and wanted it down the line. Aggressive play. What was the score, Sally, called?
She just called 30 all. And then
50.
she corrected herself, 15-40. We're all allowed a mistake.
Oh,
And a
break.
service break for Gage Brymer, now trailing 0-2, and Collin Altamirano with an early opening.
Altamirano very steady in these first 2 games. Gage Brymer looks like he's really trying to dictate play, but he's also committing more errors.
Collin Altamirano holding serve and then breaking the serve of the top seed. Gage Brymer now unseeded. Altamirano serving 2-0 opening set.
We have to comment that Gage Brymer has apparently been a slow starter throughout this tournament. He's had several 3-set matches. He's had sets where he's been pushed. Coming out of the gate might be a little bit of an issue for him. Tremendous rally, both players. Unreal. And they're striking balls. These are not gentle rally balls.
No.
Both players striking with confidence.
15 love. Gage Brymer here by way of 2-set victories in rounds 2, 3, and 4. The last two have been 3-set marathons, including a 3rd-set tiebreak in the 5th round.
30 love. Brymer frustrated, but Collin Altamirano demonstrating why he belongs in the semifinal. He's up 2-0. He's serving well. He's playing off the ground very well. Oh, and then he set that up perfectly, but mishits the clean put away attempt when a little more conservative approach shot might have been in order there.
30-15. Collin Altamirano serving up 2-0 opening set on the top seed Gage Brymer.
Collin Altamirano had Brymer at his mercy on that point and let it slip away. Let first serve coming. Called good. 40-15.
Service ace to the tee.
Altamirano demonstrating that he belongs in the boys 18 semis.
To start your morning here on court number 2, we watch the top seed in the 16s fall 6-love to the 4 seed. And could we have another surprise? It's an early start here to the 18 semifinals. But Collin Altamirano unseeded, now up 3-love, opening set on the 1 seed Gage Brymer, and the 1 seed's in some trouble here in the semifinal round.
And he's also frustrated, and we saw this same body language from Samir Kumar in the boys 16 semi. Gage Brymer on that last point, it was a good second serve by Collin Altamirano, but nothing devastating. Gage Brymer chooses to hit his forehand with everything he's got, and just nets the ball. And there's a question of patience here. To get back into this first set, Gage Brymer's going to have to be patient enough to find points that he can either win through an error or win through a put away. But if he's trying to end the point on the first 2 or 3 balls, Collin Altamirano just might cruise in this first set.
Carolyn Binder alongside Hap Hosh. Glad to have you with us on the Public Media Network, Charter Channel 95, as well as the AT&T platform. We're streaming around the world on USTAboys.com. Our continued gratitude to CCAN Technologies for that service for this year's telecast. And some early surprises on championship weekend. A good start to it with the 4 seed in the 16 singles moving on over the number 1 seed Samir Kumar, 6-love, and his roommate, as we've learned, the number 3 seed Tommy Paul, eliminating Francis Tiafoe, the 2 seed in the 16. So that 16 singles final will feature a 3 and a 4 seed. This is the first half of the 18 singles, and right now unseeded Collin Altamirano up 3-love first set. Gage Brymer serving.
Great defensive get by Altamirano. Brymer had control of the point, but netted his forehand. It's jumped up on him a couple of times already in this match, Carolyn, where Brymer's forehand has let him down. He's been netting a couple of balls.
Love 15.
It's going to go long. Love 30. Huge trouble for the number 1 seed, Gage Brymer. Frustration evident on that first serve attempt. Great forehand.
And put away for Brymer. (15-30).
Really good defensive work by Altamirano, but that ball landed short. Gage Brymer's not going to miss that shot. Still a tough climb for Gage Brymer trying to get on the board here in the first set. Along with the forehand.
15-40. A pair of break points now. Once again, staring down the top seed, Gage Brymer.
What is it about this morning, Carolyn? What is going on?
Court number 2.
Yeah.
A 1 seed in the 16s or the 18s has yet to even win a game on this court. Oh! 30-40, Gage hanging tough.
Altamirano's been extremely steady in this first set so far. Big serve, big forehand, back to deuce. High risk, high reward kind of shot making by Gage Brymer. Again, huge forehand. Great defensive play by Altamirano.
Add out and break point once again for Collin Altamirano.
Brymer went for the tee with everything he had, looking for the easy point. We'll have to play a second serve here. Got it.
Got the sideline. Altamirano holds the break, now up 4-love. And a second surprise on this championship Saturday, moving through the semifinals of singles action. A top seed in either the 18s or the 16s has yet to even win a game in these matches.
And this is probably the bigger surprise than the 16 situation. You've got the unseeded Altamirano up 4-0 against the number 1 seed. No one could have predicted this.
Love 15. We've noted that Gage Brymer is typically slow out of the gate, but in a semifinal match, how far can you really push that, especially at 0-4?
Well, Collin Altamirano's in the driver's seat in this first set, but the talent level of Gage Brymer could draw him right back into this set in this match. Collin Altamirano just wants to close out this set, get this in the books.
Service ace.
Serves well himself, and that's clearly one reason why the unseeded Altamirano has been able to advance, is he's got an extremely effective service game.
30-15, Altamirano serving up 4-love. Opening set with the top seed, Gage Brymer.
Another big first serve.
What are you doing?
Big time play by Collin Altamirano.
Two game points now for Collin Altamirano, 40-15.
Pulled it wide. There it is.
Game and service hold. Collin Altamirano now at 5 games to love.
Absolutely shocking, Carolyn.
The surprises continue on the Saturday morning as championship weekend rolls along here from Stowe Stadium on the campus of Kalamazoo College. Carolyn Binder alongside Hap Hosh. Glad to have you with us on the Public Media Network and USTAboys.com. To open this Saturday morning, we watched the number 1 seed in the 16 singles in their semifinal action, Samir Kumar, fall in straight sets. Not only fall in straight sets, but he was blanked by the 4 seed Jake Devine, 6-love, 6-love. So that set up the other semifinal, which featured Tommy Paul and Francis Tiafoe. Paul, the 3 seed, Tiafoe, the 2 seed. Tommy Paul advancing in straight sets there as well. 6-4, 6-4, 6-2, I believe, was the second set, the Paul Tiafoe match. And so that will set up an all Boca Raton singles final for 16, the 4th seed and the 3 seed there. And here to open our coverage of the 18 singles semifinal, Gage Brymer, the top seed, in a deep hole in this opening set. Love 4 to Collin Altamirano, love 5, excuse me, to Collin Altamirano, unseeded.
And for Gage Brymer, the 1 seed, he's serving. He just wants to hold, get on the board, break through, change the momentum and flow of this match, and see what he can do in the second set. Challenge right now, get on the board.
As we mentioned here on court number 2, a 1 seed yet to win a game in this semifinal Saturday.
Good start for Brymer, 15-love.
Just announced the court assignment for the other semifinal going on court number 2. Noah Rubin, the 2 seed, will face Jared Donaldson, the 14 seed. Court 3, excuse me.
Oh, it finds its way inside the line.
Appreciation of the crowd here that's gathered at Stowe.
Altamirano, good service game, rock solid with his ground strokes. You can see why he got here. There's not a lot shaky in his game, and Gage Brymer searching for answers. Double fault, it comes down to errors.
15-40, and again, high risk, high reward. He's going high risk on those first serves and really at this point not rewarding him.
And I'm not charting this match, but I'm sure his coach is, but Gage Brymer's count for unforced errors in this first set has got to be astronomical.
2 break points. That's wide. Game in first set in a huge surprise to Collin Altamirano, the unseeded player out of Yuba City, California, opening and blanking Gage Brymer, the top seed from Irvine, California, in that opening set. 6-love, and still have no first seeds have won a game on court number 2.
Yeah, this has been the most amazing morning we've seen on court 2. Really in anyone's memory. Now, it's not as if Altamirano doesn't belong here.
Absolutely not. I'm not trying to insinuate that at all.
His game demonstrates he belongs in this semifinal and he may very well find himself in the final. Gage Brymer, a tremendously skilled player, just had an epidemic of unforced errors in that first set. As he sits here and gets himself prepared to go into the second set, he must be thinking, we hope he's thinking, I've got to clean up my game because Altamirano is not going to break down and give me easy points. Gage Brymer needs to get himself kind of sorted out and willing to actually, I believe, grind away with Altamirano and not try to end points with big, stylish ground stroke winners.
What's the process through this week as these matchups kind of shake themselves out of kind of scouting your opponents out? I mean, these two from California, we've insinuated that they're at least familiar with each other, but as far as their play this week, it should come as no surprise heading into the semifinal round what style your opponent likes to play. Is that correct?
It's part of it, but from the Southern California, the junior, tournaments and development programs and stuff, my guess is these players know each other. They've seen each other. The difference right now is Collin Altamirano is not making silly mistakes.
Yeah.
And Gage Brymer is frustrated.
Altamirano serving to open the second set. Up a set 6-love on the top seed, Gage Brymer, and up 15-love in this game.
Big forehand defensive play. But he finds the opening.
And just unbelievable, because we've watched Gage Brymer this entire week, and those missile shots are usually winners for him.
Yes.
And this is a new opponent in Collin Altamirano with the court coverage to get there and get the winner, 30-love.
And you've got to be impressed with Altamirano's defense, because these are huge balls that Brymer is striking.
No softies, that's for sure.
Great point, Brymer.
Brymer grinding to that corner.
And he was more patient in that point, and it pays off for him.
30-15.
Gage Brymer needed that point.
Service ace, Collin Altamirano when he needs that clutch first serve. It's been there. 40-15.
Well, I've just got to say it. How in the world is Collin Altamirano not seated? Because this kid has demonstrated he belongs. Now, it may not hold out through 3 sets, but big forehand Gage Brymer.
And that's his MO, his bread and butter for Gage Brymer. 40-30.
Altamirano wants to close out this game, get on top in the second set. Does it.
Finds the sideline and closes out his serve. Now up 1-0. Second set and up a set on the top seed, Gage Brymer. But it seems like slowly but surely here, Gage starting to climb into this.
Well, he's trying
to, from a point perspective.
He's trying to clean up his game and cut down those unforced errors. But Brymer's basic style is to be aggressive from the baseline. But Altamirano is just solid everywhere.
So the top seed, Gage Brymer, getting set to open his serve in this second set. Already trailing a set to Collin Altamirano, taking a couple of seconds to gather himself at the baseline. has yet to get on the board here in the match, down 0-1, second set.
Critical service game
Absolutely.
for Gage Brymer. Called wide.
Went for it all on that forehand into the net. Love
Again,
15.
as we saw in the first set, Gage Brymer, a little bit of lack of patience. Big forehand by Gage Brymer.
15 all.
All right, Gage Brymer starting to find his range a little bit here with his forehand and his serve.
30-15 now.
This would be a big hold for Gage Brymer to get on the board.
Pounding Altamirano's backhand.
But finally netting a backhand of his own. He'd been running around those balls to take it on his forehand side.
Yeah.
That first backhand he struck, he hit the net cord.
30 all.
Altamirano on defense this entire point. It's going to go long.
Long. Good rally there by both players.
A lot of energy expended by Altamirano just defending that entire point.
40-30 and hold point now for the top seed, Gage Brymer.
Umpire confirms the ball was wide. Missed it.
It's wide and Gage Brymer on the board in the second set. Hold serve and now 1-all in the middle set. Some cheers from the crowd.
Altamirano knew at the moment he struck that backhand that he did not have that in the court. You could hear him say no.
So one obstacle cleared here in the second for the top seed. Now see if he can get a service break.
I think it's going to change the complexion of this second set now that Brymer's on the board at 1-all. You might see the pressure shift to the unseeded Altamirano.
Missed the backhand. Love 15.
You can almost feel something turning here. Missed it.
15-all.
Altamirano dialing up the pace on his ground strokes a little bit in these last couple points. ultimately doesn't strike the ball as hard as Brymer does, but mixing up his pace a little more.
And the mere fact that he's getting to some of these missile shots off the forehand of Brymer's racket is really...
Yeah, most players wouldn't even touch them.
Right.
$15-30.
On a double fault, 15-30.
Opportunity for Gage Brymer right here. And he knows it. He knows this is an opening.
I could reach to the tower. I to the tower.
Serve was long. A little bit of frustration creeping into Collin Altamirano. A little bit of a gift there. Unforced error on the forehand side.
30 all. I think Collin will take that at this point, whether it's a earned point or unforced error.
You take any point you win.
Yeah.
Went for it all to the tee.
Usual one.
Will Brymer tee off on this second serve? Okay, break point.
30-40 and break point for the top seed, Gage Brymer at 1-all, second set.
I believe this is the first break point
Yes.
Gage Brymer has looked at.
It is. I'm not charting the match either, but Brymer not really in this match up until this point, but an opportunity here at break point.
Wide.
Called wide by the chair umpire to deuce.
Ball was clearly wide. Chair umpire confirms that. Big wide serve, Altamirano. I thought he'd follow that into the net. Didn't do it.
Down the line.
He has fought back from a break point to his own ad. Collin Altamirano.
Showing some grit in this third game of the second set. Serving now to hold.
He went big. The sun position will affect tosses from the south side of the court. That's long.
That's wide and hold for Collin Altamirano. Now up 2-1, and more importantly for the unseeded player right now is Gage Brymer still hanging tough in the second set. We're on serve.
Well, the big thing for Collin Altamirano is he faced a break point
Yeah.
for the first time in his service game. He fought through it and was able to hold.
Carolyn Binder alongside Hap Hosh. Glad to have you with us. Moving through championship weekend here on the Public Media Network and USTAboys.com. We watched the top seed in the 16 singles, Samir Kumar, fall 6-love in that first of 2 semifinals to Jake Devine, the 4 seed, who moves on to the championship. And on the other side, Tommy Paul, the 3rd seed, took out Francis Tiafoe, the 2 seed. So it will be Paul versus Devine in tomorrow's 16 singles final in all Boca Raton, Florida. 16 singles championship here, the first of 2, the first half of 2 in the 18 singles semifinal. In a surprise, unseeded Collin Altamirano blanking the top seed Gage Brymer in the first set, 6-love. Now on serve up 2-1 in the second set. And a little bit of an early surprise from court number 3. Jared Donaldson, the 14 seed, up 2-love in the first set with the 2 seed in the other 18 singles semifinal, Noah Rubin.
It's a surprising morning all around Stowe Stadium, Carolyn.
Buckle up, folks. Gage Brymer serving 1-2, second set.
Huge two-handed backhand by Gage Brymer.
Just
crushing
willing
the ball.
that, yeah, just willing that power. 15-love.
Land in. Great defensive play by Altamirano. That will land in as well. Just too good by Gage Brymer.
30-love now.
Well, Gage Brymer is not playing conservative.
We got him in a bit of trouble in that opening set, but he seemed to settle into that game plan nicely here in the second, up 30-love, down 1-2, second set.
That will land in. Altamirano, conservative. Called wide.
Wide.
Instead of an overhead on that really good defensive lob by Brymer, went conservative with the forehand to the wide forehand side of Brymer. Generated a cross-court forehand error by Brymer, but only by millimeters. The ball was almost in.
30-15. Down the sideline, winner.
Again, he's been very effective, Altamirano has, with that two-handed backhand down the line. Not a lot of pace, but perfectly placed.
30-all.
Tense moment for number 1 seed Gage Brymer. Serve was long. Just really, really good ball striking by Brymer.
40-30, and hold point now for the top seed, Gage Brymer.
On the line. Gage Brymer thought it was going long, pulled up, ball landed on the line.
Back to deuce.
Unreal tennis.
Just poise there from Collin Altamirano to dictate that point. Now break point for Altamirano.
The level of tennis is flat out amazing in this semi. Gage Brymer continues to crush his ground strokes, yet he can't seem to break down Collin Altamirano. He keeps coming back.
Called
there it
wide.
is, a break.
The service break.
Brymer looks to the chair for an overrule, but didn't get it.
Altamirano now up 3-1 second set and up a set on the top seed, Gage Brymer. And we've seen this movie before earlier today. The top seeded Samir Kumar and the 16 seeds ousted from the semifinal in straight set 6-love, 6-love. Could we see another surprise in the 18s as the unseeded Collin Altamirano serving up 3-love, 3-1, excuse me, second set.
Knew it when he hit it. Gage Brymer, the frustration boiling over.
Getting the extra look from the chair umpire, Sally Paulus. Oh! 15-love.
Again,
backhand up the
down
sideline.
I've seen that 3 times now. It looks like a harmless shot. It's struck so effortlessly, but Brymer has not been able to get coverage into that corner.
30-love.
Went big for the first serve. Altamirano must play off a second serve. Brymer likes to crack these. That's what he does.
That's long,
Again,
40-love.
We saw this in the first set that Brymer's forehand was letting him down occasionally. He continually strikes the ball with tremendous velocity, but Altamirano is able to handle it.
3 game points now for Collin Altamirano. And just crossed him up on the backhand. The hold for Altamirano. Now up 4-1, and just the shot continues here on court 2 from Stowe Stadium on the campus of Kalamazoo College. Carolyn Binder alongside Hap Hosh. And buckle up, folks, because we've got another surprise in the works. We saw a shocker this morning as the top seed in the 16s was taken down. Also, the 2 seed in the 16 singles was taken out as well.
An update on the other 18 singles. Donaldson leads 3-2 over Noah Rubin.
I'd like you to join us in paying special recognition to a special player.
We'll pause for this award ceremony.
Made by the tournament director, Coach Mark Riley. The Nationals each year salute 3 players by awarding them with special sportsmanship awards. The Stowe Award in boys 18, the Kaplan Award in boys 16, and the Richards Award in feed-in. This is one of the most difficult tasks of the entire 10 days, and to help, we seek the advice of the many constituencies of the tournament. It's also an exciting event as we uncover a large number of players deserving of these awards. To Today we salute the second of these recipients for this year. Yesterday, Gage Brymer of Kalamazoo, Michigan received the Feed-In Award. And we now award the Boys 16 trophy, the Kaplan Award. Our recipient came to Kalamazoo unseeded and made it to the fourth round in singles, and he then made it to the quarterfinals in Feed-In. Throughout it all, he's been a truly great athlete while also demonstrating great sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to announce the awarding of the 2013 Bobby Kaplan Sportsmanship Award for Boys 16 to Lane Leshley of Atherton, California. Congratulations to Lane Leshley.
Of this tournament, sportsmanship awards that are given out starting yesterday and continue through this championship weekend. We reset here in court number 2. Top seeded Gage Brymer in a hole down a set, down 1-4, second set serving to unseeded Collin Altamirano.
Critical service game for Gage Brymer. This might be the tournament.
It seems like he's taking a bit of that pop off.
Yes.
And kind of just playing the point, making sure that he's safer with those focus.
He's trying to eliminate those errors. And if he does that, he can claw his way back into the second set.
30 love.
Tremendous return by Collin Altamirano on a big-time serve by Brymer.
It's important to observe that Brymer hasn't seen those types of serves returned on him this week.
True. Yeah. He's used to getting errors off of that kind of ball.
First serve.
Credit Altamirano, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Frustration evident in Gage Brymer's face. He's up 30-15 and then double faults to go to 30-all and create an incredibly tense moment.
30-all now, down 1-4. Kind of going back to that all or nothing first serve.
There's a lot of pressure on that second serve. Altamirano fairly conservative in this point.
That's why.
Ball called wide. Chair umpire confirms it.
30-40.
Great point. How much pressure is Gage Brymer feeling as he lines up for this first serve? just short-armed it. Very frustrated.
He knew it as soon as he hit it.
Yep.
So a break point fought off by Gage Brymer.
Tentative two-handed backhand. He knew it the moment he struck the ball. Serve looked long, but felt good. They're in. Oh, that forehand's long. Again,
break
another
point
break
once
point.
again.
Altamirano just smiling. He's ready. Big forehand to the corner.
That feature of Gage Brymer popping up here and there throughout the first set and the second, but it's been letting him down more than it's been helping him throughout this match, but fights off that break point there, back to deuce.
Long.
Long.
Knew that the moment he hit it, that ball was going to go long. Third break point in a row Brymer needs to fight off. Can Altamirano close this game out and go up 5-1?
And we'll see a second serve.
Wide.
That's wide. Altamirano breaks, and the shock and surprise continuing here on court number 2 as Collin Altamirano, unseeded, will serve for the match.
You could hear the yeah coming out of Altamirano when that ball sailed wide. Wide. 15 love, 3 points away from an unseeded player in the boys 18 making the finals. We'll have to ask Bob Wood, has that ever happened? You heard Gage Brymer say, fight.
Fight.
Said fight. Two points away.
30 love, Collin Altamirano. Certainly on the brink of history. Even if it's happened before, it certainly hasn't happened often here in Kalamazoo.
Oh, he went for it all, that first serve coming. Altamirano feeling it. It'll land in. Huge forehand. Gage Brymer not throwing in the towel. The kid is playing his heart out.
30-15 now. More statement serves from Altamirano. That's wide.
That's a smarter move. That kick serve has given Brymer trouble. That is a smart move, and at 40-15, rather than going for the statement, I might suggest that Collin Altamirano just kick this ball in.
A pair of match points sitting on the racket here of Collin Altamirano.
No, he went big to the tee. He was going for the gusto, the statement. Couldn't resist. There's the kick. Got it, got it, got it.
Game, set, and match. Collin Altamirano in straight sets. The unseeded player out of Yuba City, California. The second shock that we've seen here on court number 2. And he will move on to the 18 singles championship with a straight set victory over the top seed 6-love, 6-1.
Flat out amazing, Carolyn. If I wasn't here myself and witnessed this, I don't know if I would have believed what's happened this morning.
Well, we're glad that you have been along with us for the ride and the surprising ride that it's been throughout this championship Saturday. We've moved through the 16 singles semifinals